feel better. I want you to be a more important person in my life. If there's anything that you write down today, write down that about praying and opening your heart up to the Lord. So, I really like this author, C.S. Lewis, but I don't read as much of him as I should. So I've read, it's like a lot of things. I really like the Bible, but I don't read as much as I should. I really like church documents. I don't read as much as I should. You know, we all have that. We all beat ourselves up. Oh, we don't pray enough. We don't do this enough. We just beat ourselves up, and just all these different things. I want to share with you a little bit about C.S. Lewis. I want to share a quote from Mere Christianity. Have any of you ever read C.S. Lewis, Mere Christianity? Okay. Are you familiar with Jesus is Lord, liar, or lunatic? Okay. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that. You really have only the Lord and Savior of the world only gave you three choices. He's either the Lord of your life, he's a liar, or he's a lunatic. There's no in between. So as you think about this, who is Jesus in my life? Is he the Lord? Is he a liar? Or is he a lunatic? So let's read this quote from C.S. Lewis. From Mere Christianity. He's got a lot of good stuff. Screw tape letters. They basically interview with the devil of how the devil's trying to trick us. Yeah, that's interesting. When you read that, you're like, I can kind of see that. So here's C.S. Lewis, Mere Christianity. Quote, I'm trying here to prevent anyone saying the really foolish thing that people often would say about Christ. I'm ready to accept Jesus as a great moral teacher, but I don't accept his claim to be God. That is the one thing we must not say. A man who was merely a man and said the sort of things Jesus said would not be a great moral teacher. He would either be a lunatic on the level with the man who says he is a poached egg, or else he would be the devil of hell. You must make your choice. Either this was and is the Son of God, or else a madman or something worse. You can shut him up for a fool, you can spit at him and kill him as a demon, or you can fall at his feet and call him Lord and God. But let us not go around patronizing nonsense about him being a great human teacher. He has not left that open to us. So, C.S. Lewis is saying that if what Jesus said is true, he is the Lord. Thus, he should be our Lord. Should be the Lord of your life. If what he said is true. If what he said is false, he's either a liar or a lunatic. A liar or a madman, and you should turn away from him. So that is the choice that you have. Who is Jesus in your life? Because of which one of those you pick will determine how you live your life. There was you all heard of Blaise Pascal? Okay? He had a thing called Pascal's Wager. It kind of went something like this, and I didn't prepare to share this, so this might be a little bit rough around the edges, but Pascal's Wager basically said, go ahead and trust God just in the event that he's right. Because if God doesn't exist, then so be it. But if he does exist, and I didn't turn my life over to them, to him, then I could be in trouble. So Pascal's wager says, go ahead and trust the Lord in the event that he's right. Because I don't want to find out what the consequence is if he's not. Or if I'm not. Like, is the Lord right or am I right? So that's the wager. Just go ahead and trust him in the event that he's right and you're wrong. So I'm going to interject a little bit about the catechism here, because this leads into my next sharing. Before I share that, what I'm getting at today is, in the beginning, there was God. There's never been an end or beginning or an end with the Lord of the universe. But in the beginning of the world, in the beginning of the created world, heavens and earth, that's kind of the beginning I'm talking about there. Because God is ever, forever, and ever, and ever. But when we step back and think about it, the Word of God was made flesh. So I'm kind of starting up here. Then we talked about the historical, how Christ was made flesh and dwelt among us in a historical period of time. And then we have a decision to make. Is he Lord, liar, or lunatic? What I'm going to share with you as I interject some things about the catechism, I'm going to share with you the why. What the church teaches as the why. I'm going to share with you the most fundamental doctrine of the church. It was saying everything that we do, everything that we say should point to Christ. And with the catechism, let me share with you a verse from Acts. And then I'm going to unpack it a little bit. This is from the Gospel of John. This is from Acts. Acts chapter 2, verse 42. Keep in mind, this is when the apostles were going forth and they were building community. You were having people that were turning their lives over to Christ. And they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching, and to fellowship, to the breaking of the bread, and prayers. Sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it? They devoted themselves in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, at St. Anne Catholic Church, to the apostles' teaching and fellowship, to the breaking of the bread and prayers. And that is fundamentally what we do. It's also the 4 sections of the Catechism of the Catholic Church. Okay, section 1 is the creed. It's what we believe. It's the apostles' teaching. Section 2 is what we celebrate, the sacramental life of the church. According to Acts, that would be the breaking of the bread. Section 3 is how we live, with a moral life. Section 3 is where some of the controversial topics are. I can make a list of them, but we kind of know what they are. And if some of you that are going through RCIA are probably struggling and maybe working your way through some of those. So section 3 is the how we live, is the moral life of the church. And section 4 is how we pray. Section 4 is actually one of the most beautiful dissertations on the life